Let's see. Is it going? It's going. Alrighty. So, the goal of this is let me turn that down a little bit. The goal of this is I had a very stupid idea, and I want to see how well I can do it. The plan is to make something called No as a Service, which is basically just going to be a very over-engineered way of just getting a server that can say no in as many ways as I can think of. And we'll see what that ends up meaning. Let me turn on... Get more light here. There we go. Okay. So, the base of this is going to be really, really, really straightforward. It's just going to be a service that is just going to say no all the time. Yeah. Is it not? Is the LSP not working? Okay, there it goes. Okay, so first and foremost, I think I want Jin, not Jin. I think this Jin is the one that I've used the most, and I think it'll work fine. Yeah. So we'll set up a really simple router. So r.get slash gives me the function ctx dot not JSON, I want it just, is it string? Yeah, string. Status okay. It's going to be the string no, and that's it. So that's like the simplest one. Alton, see, go lay down. Alton. All right. What are you doing? Where you want? Where you going? All right, so really easy, and then r.run to get that to actually start running. Cool. But I can also do, I'll actually write a list of like things that I want it to do. So like ways to say no. So like the easiest one is just no in English. There's 5xx codes. There's a, like I can say no, like and translate it into a bunch of languages. No translated. I can schedule no's. Scheduled webhooks. What's another one that I can do? You can do it like this is sort of like integrations. You can go to like Slack, Discord, and just start making like bots for no's. I think even just this will get me a decent amount. So like r.get slash, isn't there there's a wild card. There's like regex path parameters, something like that. Like the hello. Okay, search doesn't work. Great. Hold on, this handler will match. Okay, because that's optional. So yeah, required versus optional. Right? That's what that means. So we'll match, yeah, with or without an action. Okay. It's like Golang Jin path parameter regex? Why is everything so slow? Yeah, whatever. Oh, whatever. So, I mean, we can basically do these, where it's the exact same thing, but this is status server, internal server error. HTTP 500 errors. All the 500s. Yeah, easy. All right. So then this is just copy pasted. So 501 status not implemented. 502 bad gateway. 503. I think actually what this will end up being is I do want to make like a full front end where you can like get metro, like it's a full like SaaS dashboard where you can see like this is how many no's you've gotten in. No, that's service unavailable. Let's actually go ahead and start breaking these up. Routes, these are codes. .go, and just copy all of these and clean that up in a little bit. So actually, I want these to be func. What's the matter? Nothing. So I want function server error handler. That needs to be capitalized, which is going to take a code, which is going to be an integer, and it's going to return, I forgot the package statement. Turn a gin handler function. Which is just going to be ctx.string code. Nope. So now I can go back to this and do the same. Get /500 is going to be routes.500. And I can copy that for every single one. So we're going to have 501, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Perfect. Okay. So that's all good. So that's for handling server codes. And I have my default. Actually, let's do 500 codes. So translated, so in any language. Okay. So how is there a Golang CLI translate tool? Because I basically want to iterate every I want to iterate through as many languages as I can and just build a list that gets encoded in the binary. Ma'am. I'm not going to throw the bone all night. You get a couple more, okay? So if I want to translate something, Golang translate API? Do I need an API key? Because that would be kind of funny. I don't see anything about an API key. Let's try it, shall we? Package translate is the v2. We recommend using the new v3. All right. Let's see if this works. So if I just build a, so r.get /lang/lang, have a function, and we'll have CAir is translate dot new translation client. All right. Thought I did that. Oh, is that the wrong one? So it needs to be cloud.google.com/go/translate /v3 new. Okay. New. Okay, this is why. So that is not a real. So there is actually no new translation client function. Okay, and there is. Translate dot new translate. Thank God. All right. If there is an error, what's the what is the error handling strategy they recommend? Go lay down. Okay. I'll do that. C.error or ctx.error. So it'll be that error, and then I think there. So error 1, so yeah, it's going in that order. So I'll add it after errors dot new could not create translation client. Okay. Let's do that and then return. Going back to this. This. Maybe just singleton pattern at some point, but for now it'll be fine. C dot translate text. So what I want to do, it's a lot. So like a from or to, which code is so in language support. Isn't there an enum for that? What is going on with my internet? Why is everything so goddamn slow? All right, I mean, let's try it. So contents, no. Target language code is going to be param lang. Could not translate text. A sub-zero dot. Just want the text. Right, so now I can take this. That should do it. So let's try localhost 8080. I get no. If I get /500, I get no, but with, yeah, I can get 503, I can get whatever. So now let's try lang. Credentials. What do I need credentials for? It's the Google Translate.
Ma'am, all time. Come on, go lay down.
But I don't want to do that. I just want to use it. God damn it. All right, well, let's put that one on pause. Not going to worry about that one right now. So I will move on to my next one. Scheduled webhooks. This one's going to take a bit. Let's make one called translate.go. Move that in there. So similarly, make a new function called, what did translate handler language, which returns a gin.handler function. And just go all the way down, do that. Get it all formatted, great. So don't gotta worry about that. So now I gotta worry about a database. So let's just do this. Give me a Docker compose file to spin up a local Postgres database for development. Well, that's doing that. Actually, I've never used SQLX. This could be interesting. So doesn't it? Leave the underlying interfaces untouched, that their interfaces are a superset of the standard ones, relatively painless to integrate using code bases. Marshal rows and structs, name parameter support, including prepared statements, get and select to go quickly from query. All right, let's try it. I know like the big thing with the Rust one was it'll like parse and validate your save to compile time, but I guess that doesn't work as well for Go. All right. So let's go get SQLX. What is it? Golang PG driver. Or it's PGX. I think is the one that I want. Also, this should be done. Yeah, dev, blah, blah, blah. Now create a Docker file for a Golang server. And add a Golang server listening on port 8080, and then add building that server to the compose file. Okay, so let that go. We can figure out this one. Easy. So, strength representing, blah, 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 blah. So connect to DB, DSN string, so DB, we'll do this. So this is going to return a pointer to an SQLX DB or an error. SQLX-open. SQLX PGX. Okay, so just over PGX. Seems pretty easy. That was in 2015. So it is slightly different now. Okay. Let's just see what they recommend. Yeah, they just recommend PQ. And that is what we shall do. So if there is an error, return nil error. Otherwise, return db nil. Okay. Yeah, go get that package. What's the matter, Suki? What's the matter? What? Nothing. Something tells me that's not the best way to handle migrations. Golang SQLX migrations. What's SQLC? Huh. Now that is interesting. All right. I'll bite. What the f... What on earth? Is that from the Google Translate? Okay, yeah, fuck that. That's slightly better, but still feels like a lot of dependencies, but whatever. Okay. So let's create an sqlc.yaml. Version 2, SQL, engine, PostgreSQL, queries, query.sql, schema, schema.sql, gen, go, package, internal, or the package is just going to be db. Out is internal slash db. Slash v5. All right. So schema.sql, create table. Let's, you know what? Let's see. Yeah, I need to get this. .80 serves healthy. All right, that does all that. Cool. And there should be a Docker file, yeah. All right, so let's get rid of a lot of this. Actually, yeah, what? I'm on 124. Source code, build a static binary. Do all this. It's actually gotten pretty good at building these things. It's got some nice, actually is doing some, you know, basic security stuff. Okay, so I got the Docker file, I got the Docker compose. I'm curious what it thinks. Create a PostgreSQL schema that will store tasks that need to be executed at a certain time. The application will insert a request for a task to be done at a specific time and periodically check the database for any tasks it can execute. See what it comes up with. Well, that's a lot. This is quite a lot. Okay. This is something. Ma'am, can I have it? Can I have it? Good job. Okay, let's... That is a lot. I don't really need a whole lot of stuff. Let's simplify. The table will only ever have to I guess every 60 seconds being able to poll isn't too bad. All right, let's... actually, SQLC, like, how does it handle migrations? Okay. I mean, it seems like Atlas is pretty straightforward. So I actually want one called migrations. Call this one like let's get one of these things going. Atlas tool arch. Is the AUR back up? It would seem not. That is not it. Yay, Atlas Git. Is it still down? It says it's up, but I don't believe it. Yeah. It's not up. All right. Well, we won't run it today, but I can at least get some of this stuff. Now, I'll get it all written out in here and then turn it into something else. So, create type. I want it to be basically like webhooks. So, webhook. I do want to like integrate with specific webhooks. So like if you ask it to do a Slack webhook or a Discord webhook, it'll automatically format everything. So let's do task status as enum. And I'll just copy all that. Probably don't need priorities. Create table tasks. So create an ID. I don't really need a name. I don't really need a type. I don't need a queue name. We'll take the scheduling. I don't know if I need a timeout. So yeah, these timestamps are good. I'm not going to worry about retries right now. Don't really care about results either. I guess I can do lock. I guess I do need locking. yeah, not worrying. Yeah, let's do status. We can track the status as well. So when it comes to the payload, I want there to be a integration. And that's basically going to be like, it's either going to be like normal HTTP or it's going to be like Discord slide, which basically just dictates how the payload gets formed. And up and down migration for this. So I'll let it work on that. So I need integration, which I think webhook integration as enum. So like, for example, right now it's just going to be HTTP. With a default as HTTP. So I need the endpoint. PostgreSQL text versus varchar. There was a reason. So this, I actually want that to be a text because it can be pretty much any length of characters. Worker ID. I don't think it's... I feel like they should all just... Man, then all the varchars can just be text. Because I don't... Not particularly caring about that. And that just makes it easier down the line. Show me... Yeah. So I need the endpoint that it's going to hit. Yeah. I'm not terribly concerned with it. I mean, this is also like just a dummy project anyway. Like the whole concept, I saw this like once yesterday and just was just cracking up about no as a service. So that's now what I'm going to try and build is a service that is just every single way to say no over the internet. So this is, I want to schedule a no webhook, and the only payload is no for later in the day. So like, I'm not terribly concerned with that. Method is probably a good one, yeah. That could probably be an enum, but I'm not that worried about it. It made me laugh a little bit too hard, so now I have to try and build it. So like making a Slack bot, a Discord bot, and like pretty much. I'm like, this is so stupid, and I can over-engineer it like to hell, and I'll just have a great time. Yeah, exactly. Internet is shit. There you go. But yeah, like, yes, any special payload methods, endpoint method, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I can probably copy most of that. task executions and kind of parse out anything that's not. Yeah, reference that. Attempt number, I'm not worrying about retries. That's going to be text. Status, I don't really care about storing any of the results. It's just fire and forget. And created it, yeah. So create a bunch of indexes. Yeah, priority can go away. Stale locks, sure. Task executions on that, it's just going to be on task ID. I just don't think I even need an index on that right now. Stale lock, sure. Oh, yeah. I can imagine that's where most of them come from. That's what that is for. I've probably made at least one of them. Actually, I've definitely made one of them. It never became a real product, but I've definitely done that. Yeah, the fucking updated. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just... It is fun. You're like, this thing has no business being on here, but... Right, in Minecraft. In case anybody's listening. Alright, what else is... Sure, that's probably correct. What the hell is it? Work ID? I'm actually really curious because I'm using something and the whole like idea of it is it takes SQL and then converts it into native Go code. I'm really curious what it's going to do with this. Yeah, I don't really care about failures, cleaning up stale locks. Okay, so that's all that. So SQLC, blah, 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 blah. I honestly have no idea what this is going to do. We're going to see how it goes. Create with the following 5 queries. All right. This is what I get to do. I get to just fuck around and see what happens. I do all of my important work during the day. Yeah, the going goes. Let's go. So, I mean, in this case, I basically just need a insert into... Where's my schema? Like, I need to be able to start a task. I think it actually had some at the bottom of the first draft of this. Yeah, there we go. So insert into tasks. Okay, I think I took out task name, so I don't need that. Don't need task type. Scheduled at is going to be important. Don't need, yeah, I don't need the rest of this. So, with parameters, okay. So this is going to be one, so I want when it's going to be scheduled, the integration, endpoint method. 2, 3, 4. So many things? Yeah, 4. Okay. So that will create a new task, and everything else should get like auto updated. And then select from acquired task. Is that one of the things? Complete task. Where did acquire task go? Did I miss a function? I sure did. So acquire task I do need. I'm gonna get, yeah, I gotta also go through these and like, don't have to care about queues. Locked is fine. Started at attempts, don't worry about. Look until started at blah 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 blah. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the results. Don't care about the results. That's all fine. Yeah, queue name, don't care. Don't care about that. Don't care about attempts. I think the rest is fine. Okay. So then that is going to be select from acquire task. And all that is literally just the worker ID and all that. So I only care about the worker ID, which is going to be 1. And that's gonna, yeah, find a task, lock it, and return what you get. I need, what's the other things I need? Yeah, mark testing as complete. Does it filter? It locks based on this worker ID. So yeah, look for things that are pending and set it to running and give it a second. Okay. So yeah, so that is yeah, fetch a new task. This is schedule a task. Task. Fetch a new task. Complete a task. That's basically all it needs. So yeah, so the ID is 1. I don't need this. So yeah, that's just mark it as complete and get rid of it. All right, well, let's see what happens. I don't think I actually installed the yeah, I gotta do this. Let's see what happens, shall we? What's the matter, Suki? Let me throw your ball. What? Good job. Okay, so that'll compile. I'll move this to migrations later when the AUR isn't acting up again. Come on. Now I should be able to say SQLC generate. All right, so in schema, line 13. Oh, did I forget a? I sure did. line 30. Oh, does it not? It doesn't do trailing commas. Line 150. Probably same thing, yeah. Yes, there are. Query.sql. Yeah, there is. What do you mean there's no queries? Oh, I have to, right, I've got to name them. All right. So this is name schedule task. One. This is name fetch task. One. Complete task. And this just gets executed. Oh, I gotta right. And return all the data. Okay. So yeah, it'll get the query row. All right. I think it parsed it correctly, because it's going to return a task out of it and get everything. All right, I need to do... So it'll fetch everything. So I think that worked. I'm not... It's like the models are all fine. Okay, so it actually did make the enums correctly. That's cool. So that's actually very useful. So then under this, so like, let's imagine I have this, right? So I can make the worker threads later, but so like we'll call this webhook.go. Function handle schedule webhook. And this is gonna be, I need to take in so I need to make a new queries struct. Is that what that's telling me? New, okay. And then I can also do with transaction, do something. So I need to pull in a DB, which is going to be Q, which is going to be a pointer to a db.queries. Turn function that does that. So I need to then parse out the different things from my JSON parameter, throw it into that, yeah, throw it into the DB, and then be good. So these queries, so schedule task. So there's a way of like gin bind JSON or something like that. Yeah, so I can make a quick struct. Type schedule webhook request. It's going to be a struct, and it's going to be a JSON payload that's going to, so like q dot schedule task ctx schedule at which I think is right? What's it? Oh, it needs a pg type dot timestamp. Okay. Pg type dot timestamp. How does that work? Can I just... Can I do like from timestamp? Really? So I guess that's going to be time.now, valid true. Not sure what valid does, but sure. So yeah, so I need the scheduled at, I need the integration, which is going to be... What did it... Huh? Why did it do it that way? Why does one get this like nullable thing and the other one doesn't? Oh, it does get one. Null task status. I see. Okay. Then fine. Can I have it? Can I have it? I wonder if everywhere I reference it, I just say not null. Because the task status can't be null. And regenerate. Yeah, okay. That's much nicer, because it can't be null. It has to be an integration. I guess similar thing for scheduled at. No, scheduled at is already not null, but I guess that's just how timestamps are. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. So yeah, I need the endpoint, which is going to be some... You got to be kidding me. Yeah, this. None of these can be null. Not null. Default. Get. So now that should just be a string now. Method also a string. So, yes, you have question for streamer. What's the matter, Suki? I don't know. I'll play it eventually. It's not very high on my priority list. I have very stupid services to build. I also, how do you like my my water bottle? I will tell you, I have accidentally drank out of this while at work on a meeting on camera. I haven't watched the Game Changer finale yet. I need to. I've seen like the clip of the concept and I'm very excited, but I have not watched it yet. Okay. So let's make another thing up here. Actually, I need to see how well it parses first. So like if I do db.webhook integration, is there like a right, so if I just put some random string. Right, not used. Okay. But that would be... I'm going to do this wrong. Is there a gin bind JSON enum? What's it? Look at danger. I will do the validation part later, I think. Otherwise, validation won't work for 0, so it's blah, blah, blah. Is a status. Should bind JSON. Do you have to do that? I thought it just binds. Binding required enum. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. What is it? What's the matter? What? Thank you. I also at some point need to rebuild my whole OBS setup because I burned everything when I formatted the computer and now I have to rebuild it. So that'll be another thing I gotta do. So you still have at least an hour before your dinner time. You can go lay down for a little bit and I'll get you in a minute. Okay. So I should be able to do like integration, JSON, integration, binding, required enum. I think. Oh, okay. I could build that. I have a custom type that implements a few interfaces, including the text on marshaller. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to find out. Yeah, endpoint is going to be a string. Binding required. Method for now, string, JSON. Oh, right, and scheduled. Scheduled time. Schedule at required. Okay. So now I can say okay. I am gonna have to build that, which is gonna be unfortunate. Ma'am, what's the matter? You know it's not time yet. Right. Okay. So request is equal to a schedule webhook request. Error is equal to ctx dot should bind JSON to the request. Dot join. Errors dot new could not parse input body. So now when I have this, it's going to be rec.scheduled at request.integration endpoint method to do enum binding and validation. So now I can say basically the same thing, except this is going to be could not schedule could not schedule no. And then I can probably just print out almost all of that. For now, I don't care. That is okay, and task. So that will then spit it back out that, hey, this has in fact happened. Nah, I don't really care about that. Right, with that connection, and then I can use the queries. Okay. That seems to be working okay. So now... Let's see, is... Basically, if the AUR is still down, I'm pretty much going to have to stop for tonight, because I can't get any tools. Yeah. I'm going to have to stop for tonight, because I can't get the tools I need to keep going. So I'm just going to keep writing more and more code that I can't actually run or test. But in theory, this route will now do that. So the next thing I need to do is write a like worker thread somewhere in the background that will take these and start executing them when they need to. All right, well, shortest stream today. I'm actually have a decent enough routine that I can start doing this again, so we'll see how consistent I am this time.